Happy Thursday. So, yesterday we talked about some changes in matter and we talked about strength, hardness, and flexibility. So, today we're going to be talking about ability to conduct heat, ability to conduct electricity, and ability to attract magnets. So, ability to conduct heat. This is called conductivity. Certain metals conduct heat better than other metals. So when you're cooking and you're using a pot, that pot is really good at conducting heat because you're able to get the heat from your stove onto the pot and then it will heat whatever is in it, right? So it's able to move that along. Then we have ability to conduct electricity. This is called electrical conductivity. These metals are used to make wires to carry electrical currents. The idea of conduct comes from conductors, which we know carry electricity. You remember from our lessons from a couple weeks ago, we talked about conductors and insulators. Conductors move electricity along while insulators stop it. And this is the same with the conduct heat as well. The idea of conducting something is to move it along. So if it's conducting heat, it's moving along heat. If it's conducting electricity, it's moving along electricity. Ability to be attracted by magnets. All magnets have the ability to attract other magnets. Some magnetic objects that can be attracted is iron. And we talked about this in the past. We talked about how certain materials like iron and nickel can be attracted to magnets. And so we test that by using magnets to see if our object will be attracted to it or not. So another thing I want to talk about today is our I can statement. It's I can explain the difference between physical and chemical reaction. So a physical reaction is when an object undergoes a physical change. This would be like an object changing from a solid, a liquid, or a gas. It's still the same object, it just looks different, right? That's like if when you're younger and you grow taller. So you're still the same person, you're the same object, you've just changed your physical look, your physical, what's the word? You look different. So some examples of this would be like ice melting. If we have a pencil and we break it, it's still a pencil, it's just in two pieces. If we have butter and we melt it, it's still butter, it's just melted, right? We're not actually changing what the object is, we're just changing what it looks like. Or another good one is like this is paper going into a paper shredder. The shredded paper is still the same paper, it just has a different physical characteristic. And then we have a chemical reaction, is where an object, atoms, arrangement, and makeup changes. Remember, an atom is what makes up everything. So when something goes through a chemical reaction, the atoms actually change, and they change the object to be something different. And even though it might look different, during a chemical reaction, it is a different object now. So some examples would be like um, burning wood, right? So if you had a fireplace and you were burning wood, when that fire burns and turns into a like ash and fire and stuff, it's a different thing, right? You can't get it's not wood anymore. It's no longer wood. Another good one would be like if you bake a cake, right? Yes, there's you change the makeup of the batter, right? We can't just suddenly get back the batter. It's always now just going to be the cake. Like in a chemical reaction, most of the times you can't go backwards. Where in a physical reaction, if I had a pencil and I broke it in half, okay, yes, it looks different, but I could glue that pencil back together. But when you burn wood, you can't unburn wood. You can't ever get that wood back. And that's what I'm talking about today. Those are all our lessons for the week. Please make sure you check everything out. That's it.